Hey guys, long time no see. It's been a long time, I would say.
Yeah.
I think the last time we made video was in November. So it's been like 3 or 4 months right now. And a lot have changed the last few months. And, today we're going to talk about why we stopped making YouTube the last few months. And, you stick to the end. We're going to share what we've been up to the last couple of months and maybe show you guys some behind the scenes when we're off camera in China and Russia. So I think it will be a very interesting episode today.
Yeah, now we want to be more personal and share with you like our honest feeling because usually, sometimes we film video and we focus on some places, destinations, but we never focus on us actually. We never try to you understand us better. So now I think we want to change our style. That's why we come back to YouTube because we feel like something missing before.
Yeah, and I feel like before our episodes are more like, direct to the places. For example, if we sort of go to Taiwan, we just showcase the best places in Taiwan, but not so much, really telling you who we are. And I don't think our audience know too much about us as well. As a Hong Kong Russian interracial couple, it's something that's kind of rare. And I'm sure you'll be, wondering like what's, the behind the scenes, like how our relationship, it's like some of the challenges and struggles, etc.
Okay, let's start from first step. When we went to Georgia last time, 4 months ago.
Yeah, so also apologies guys. I think, I've been off camera for quite some time, so I'm not very used to like talking in front of camera again. Essentially, if you're not a vlogger, you're just a random person. You just look at the camera, like a through lenses, and yeah, it's just like that. So I'm just slowly adjusting. So bear with me. I think we will start with Georgia. So the last time we filmed was actually horse riding in Georgia. So that was really fun, I would say. The thing is, because when we make videos, especially travel videos, you want to cover as much attractions as possible, right? You want to showcase the best experience, but in the process, we actually spent a lot of money in Georgia because we thought, it was a previous Soviet country. And we thought, the prices would be similar to, say like Russia prices.
Why did we spend so much money?
I think because we always dine out, obviously. We always try to, explore Georgian food because I think Georgia as a country as a whole, it's something so new to me. I've never really heard about it growing up. I think, especially like that part of the world, like Russia and Georgia and like that part of the world, it's something that I know little about. So yeah, every time we try to dine out, but the cost there is actually quite pricey. I would say it's similar to Australian price.
I think we spend a lot of money. It's because we go eat outside and because we rent a hotel every day for around $30 per night. So we stay 1 month in Georgia and every day just like...
Yeah, it was just like a non-stop spending. I think, we spent quite a bit. And I think because of that, we obviously, as YouTubers, we kind of expected a return, which is something I learned, the last few months. Like at the time, I really focused on a return. Like, if I invest this amount of money into it to make a good video, then maybe it should, get similar amounts of views, right? Like, get a high amount of views.
Yeah, so we always expect that maybe our video at least will be worth it because we also not only spend money for staying, we also like kind of invest this money in to show like in our vlogs. And when we make video in Georgia and when we post, we get so disappointed because our video, it suddenly just get like few thousand views. Yeah, and like our lifestyle, everything depends on our views. Like how many views we have, that's how much money we can earn, how many companies can come to us to like run ads in our video.
It all depends on like the views, performance, etc. And at the time, because we really see YouTube as like a full-time job. So for me at the time, I feel like I've forgotten why I started YouTube channel, and I was more focusing on like the view or like the money side of it. So I feel like, I kind of forgot the meaning of traveling is to, really enjoy the experience, but not really like, because when we're in Georgia, we try to cover places that we thought our audience would be interested, but not really focus on ourselves.
I mean, horse riding, I like it.
Yeah, okay, that episode.
This was my favorite actually. I didn't know like why it's like not a lot of views.
Yeah, but I think ultimately we learn a lesson that it's not really about the views that we should be care about. I think the last few months when we didn't vlog, I really felt like I was missing something. because
You know what I want to say? I want to say because before when we film vlog, we always too much focusing on camera, and it's kind of make us stress. We always think like, oh, we need to put camera there, we need to say something like this. So it's kind of become what? It's kind of become a job for us. So we always feel stressed, nervous. That's why we even argue because of that.
Yeah.
And next time when we like need film again, we feel like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, and also because I think in general, both of us have very different filming, opinions. Two brains. And we handle one channel, so sometimes it could lead to some sort of conflicts, and we did argue a lot. It kind of discouraged us from, making videos a little bit, but yeah.
That's why this year we decided to Justin will be main character of this channel. He'll decide everything from like what to say, where to go, everything. Because I will focus on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel in Russian language because it's easier for me. But I think now I speak better in English. Anyway.
You always speak good English. Yeah. I think you guys should, comment below as well, because Alina, you guys didn't know, she actually only learned speaking English like 2 years ago when she met me. So
already 2 years.
Yeah. Great. So it was in 2022 July. She really started speaking English. So within 1.5 years, she speaks like this already.
Yeah. Anyway, now Justin is a director of our channel.
So I think what it means, Alina will still be in of course in our
it
travels.
It just will be easier for us to decide where we're going, what we're doing, and we won't argue
as much. And to be honest, like last few months when we really got off the camera, we actually argued a lot less, which is great. It's because I think Alina always says like, Justin's Aries, I'm Aries. So we always argue.
We always like, I want like this. And he's like, no, I want like this.
But I think the last 2 months I've become more flexible.
Yeah.
Alina has also become more flexible, which is great.
We learn a lot.
Wait, I think we're going a bit too far away.
Okay, let's
get back to it. Wait, where did we get up to? Georgia, right? So after Georgia, we just felt very demotivated, I would say.
Where we went after Georgia?
We went to Hong Kong actually. So I went. The original plan of Georgia was to, the ultimate goal is to go to Russia in December to see Alina's family, because Happy New Year, it's huge in Russia in December. So we were en route to go there. And on the way, we were thinking to stop by like Hong Kong, China, and then Russia. But when we arrived in Hong Kong, we were just, I don't know how to describe it, but we were just so demotivated. So we spent time with family. And then after, when we went to China, we were going to vlog, actually. We took out our cameras. We vlogged a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, at the start, when we flew to China.
Yeah, on the way.
But then I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like I was ready.
You talk. I just... I closed the door. It was so hot.
Okay. Yeah, so I just didn't feel like it. And I think it was me. It wasn't Alina. It was just me. I didn't feel like I was comfortable talking in front of camera, or I was just very stressed at that time, I think. Especially after Georgia, where we spent a lot of money, I was just, starting to contemplate if this is something that I want to do for, full time. Is it consistent income for me? Or, I just didn't know. I was so lost, I think. But then,
And also because when we went to China, everything was wrong. So we know that in China people using VPN, but when we came to China, we realized that it's completely everything blocked. We cannot use nothing. No Google, no YouTube, no, completely nothing.
Yep. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything you can imagine, it's blocked there. So even VPNs,
And also because when we arrived, my luggage was broken. Something happened with our driver. We went to hotel that they say, oh, sorry, we cannot, we're not allowed to have foreigners.
Yeah.
Everything's like bad. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, we were just super demotivated. Yeah, just so many things that had gone wrong. So we just thought to ourselves, why don't we just, maybe we need some time to reset. Maybe we should just put down camera and just enjoy the travel experience for once.
Yeah, because before we make YouTube for 1 year, every day, every single day we focus on YouTube. So I think sometimes when you take a rest.
I think some of my friends sometimes ask me what's the struggle? What's so hard? You're traveling, you're just holding a camera. What's so difficult? But the thing that you don't realize, it takes a lot of work to do YouTube, first of all. And then we're not complaining. There's something that we like doing.
Yeah.
But it takes time for filming, for planning, for editing the videos and all that. So yeah, it does require a lot of effort. And if you're doing this every single day, you need to travel. At the same time, you need to edit. At the same time, you plan videos, right? These are a lot of things you need to do. And we kind of got burnt out from there. And yeah, when we arrived in China, we went to Shanghai, we put down our cameras and we just started traveling.
Yeah, and I feel much easier, like lighter. We don't need to think. We need to think how to put camera. We just travel and enjoy.
Yeah.
And this is what we think we are missing in the last year. Like
Yeah.
we focus too much.
Yeah, and I think for me, I always think YouTube is something that's very serious. Like I always need to plan out everything perfectly. And it's something that I would admit it shouldn't be like this, because YouTube should be something that, really document my travel adventures and should be more about our personal lives.
Yeah, now we think like what we really like why we decide to make YouTube, and we think it's because we want to share our travels, not from like hard work. We want to share like honestly our travels.
Yeah.
That's why in this year we will vlog everything with like
Yeah.
easy style.
Yeah, more chill. I would say more chill style rather than like a guide where, boom, 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 we shoot everything and then out of this country. But rather like more of a slower pace,
And
I would
more
say.
show our like life, normal routine life, how we're living, what we're doing usually.
Yeah.
Not just like place.
Yeah, and also, some of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, there's that. So there's something we learned, I guess. Let me see if I missed anything. I actually wrote some notes here just so I can cover everything. But yeah, I guess yeah, during the last 2 months, I also reflected a lot why we doing this, like why are we making YouTube, etc. So I remember when I first started this channel, I was a young dumb backpacker who just want to venture out the world, and at the time I go on hikes every weekend, and I love sharing my hiking adventures with my friends, and that kind of got me into YouTube, where I like sharing my travel adventures with people. And I think that's something that I want to continue, and something that I have to kind of keep in mind here whenever I go out travel again. Yeah, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this so that, when I grow old, I look back, I have got all these beautiful memories of me traveling. And it's something that I felt like I was missing out. Now that I look back, we didn't film in China and Russia. And
We
yeah.
kind of regret because we didn't film it in China and in Russia. Experience was really amazing, especially with my family in Russia.
Yeah. My mother always say like, oh, why you didn't film in China or Russia? I want to see those. So yeah. So ever since Georgia, we went to Hong Kong and went to China, which I'll show you guys the clips later on, show you Russia as well. And after Russia, we actually came to Malaysia. So the reason why we came to Malaysia, it's, at the time I told you about, we felt like YouTube might not be a very consistent income for us. So we want to find an additional source of income. So that's why I actually, signed up for a program where it's run by this guy who was I would say luxury hotel photographer, videographer, this guy.
Yeah, Justin always follow him and always saw his video when he teach people how to be like a content creator for hotels, but not just content creator, just to like a content creator who can get payment from hotels.
Yep. So not so much of as an influencer, not so much as an influencer, because most influencers, what they do is they want to get a barter deal. So like they want to do an exchange with the hotel for free and for content. But what we're doing here is actually we want to deliver a package of content in exchange for a payment. So that is something new because it's also charging a significantly higher price. So that's something that we invested a lot of money in this program, on top of what we spent in Georgia. So yeah, we've just been
because we so believe in this program, we really thought it's gonna work. I mean, now we're still thinking, but it just a lot of months pass already from when we start to make this, and we still don't see result, to be honest. Yeah, that's why maybe we think like YouTube, it was something special for us because we can travel, we can go to see other things, we can go to see other countries. But now, because of content creation, like for hotels, we just kind of sit at home and do routine jobs. So every day same.
Yep. So basically what it includes, it's basically I have to reach out to clients. So it means I have to do, a lot of emailings, back and forth emailings. I have to do a lot of video calls with my clients as well. And I mean, this course is not completely, like lost money, but because this course actually taught me a lot of sales skills, because essentially sales, it can apply to every single business. If you're good at sales, you can, sell a website, sell anything really. So it's a skill that I learned, which was very useful. But yeah, I'm still trying. I'm still trying every single day. We take on a lot of clients on meetings and stuff, but we haven't closed one deal yet. But it's something, yeah, we're working on back end.
And that's why we start thinking that maybe this thing, like maybe YouTube, it's our passion. Because we always want to make YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Like always from my young age, from your young age. I don't know about your young age.
Not my young age.
Okay, from my young age. And now we're doing something differently only because of money. And I just thinking like, maybe it's wrong. Maybe we anyway should focus on our passion. Even if it doesn't give us a lot of money, at least we are free. We can feel freedom.
Yeah, I really miss the traveling aspect of it because we're currently in KL actually, and
2 months already.
Yeah, we've been in KL for 2 months, and to be honest, as you would know, KL it's more or less a concrete jungle as well. But yeah, in general, we just want to get out to nature more. We want to go out and explore, because I feel like KL is a city that we have been here multiple times, personally for me, and we've been here last year too with Alina. So yeah, it's a city that we know quite well.
For me, it's just city, and it's not a lot of options to just like go to swim in the ocean, go out. You just feel like you always sit in an apartment.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, and also because of work, we spend most of our time out in this apartment as well.
But we like this apartment.
Yeah, this is a great apartment. I actually want to give you guys a room tour now. All right, guys, here's the room tour. So this is the main door, and when you come in from the main door, this is the main living room. And this is where we usually, have lunch and dinner. And this is a kitchen space. So it's an open kitchen. And you can see big fridge right here. Not necessarily an oven, but we've got a microwave and 2 stoves. So yeah, kitchen space. And this is the main living room area. So we actually rearranged the sofa just then for the filming. But usually it's like back to that wall. And this is the view that we looked at every single day when we wake up. So it's quite a nice view actually. So this is our bedroom. Again, it's pretty spacious. And again, facing the same view. Like I like when I wake up, I look at this view, and also at night, when buildings light up, it's very beautiful here as well. You've got a river here, the back end of the apartment. So you've got the washing machine and dryer here, and this is the bathroom. And this is my office. Wait, let me turn on the lights here. Yep, so this is my office here. So this is actually an Airbnb. And from what I'm right, I think it's $800, right? $800 for 1 month in Malaysia. So yeah, we've been here for 2 months already. I just feel like this place is very cozy in general. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you guys the rooftop pool. So this is the main swimming pool area, and you can see it's like a rooftop pool, open roof, and you can see kind of the view here as well. And this is a gym area, and it's actually on the same floor as the swimming pool just then. So yeah, that's about it from what we've been up to. But in terms of, I actually want to show you guys some of the travel footage of what we did.
Let's talk about our experience in Russia, and we'll put like some B-rolls here.
Yep, so stuff from China.
I want to...
Stuff from China.
Okay.
Don't skip China.
I mean, China, yes, we arrived to China, and...
You always trying to convince me that, China is one of those countries that you love.
Yeah, I always said like, oh, let's go to China, I want to travel in China. Just like, no, I don't want to go there, because, I don't know, maybe he was born in Hong Kong and some mindset to like China is
I think there was some,
different.
Yeah, there was some, political differences, I would say. And growing up, I never thought going to China. Yeah, it's a country that to be honest, I wasn't too sure about going. But anyway, we went. But
now I convinced him, and when we arrived, he's like, wow, China is amazing. And now he really want to go to China again to travel more, and we want to make vlogs there this time.
To be honest, the travel aspect of China was, it was unexpected, I would say. It was actually a lot better than I thought it would be.
Because?
Even though, let's talk about the cons and pros and cons first.
Okay.
So I feel like the cons is just, the Great Firewall of China. They blocked many things, basically everything.
VPN,
even certain
really
VPNs, not all VPNs. So you have to use, I think it's Surfshark, not sponsored, but Surfshark. I think that's it.
But can be.
Yeah. So yeah, in China it was kind of fun, and food was just so good. Food was so cheap. Because,
it's so delicious.
Yeah, we came from Hong Kong and then went to China, right? And China food, it's more or less, I would say, like similar. And it's just half the price or even more, to be honest.
And more options. They have so many diversification of food.
Yeah, and we actually found like a life hack in China. There's this app I'll put it here. I forgot the name on top of my head, but yeah, this app, we found tons of discount there. Just every day we go search for a coupon because some restaurants, they could really offer like a 50% discount or maybe like $10 for a seafood buffet. And that's pretty much what we did. So I remember my favorite was the seafood buffet that I mentioned, like tons of seafood, and they were just steaming in front of us. It was so good.
And my favorite was Peking duck in Beijing because this is, I don't know why, we came to this restaurant, we ordered Peking duck and it's kind of like 300 yuan, which is like not cheap, but suddenly after we finish eating, they give us some coupon for next Peking duck for like 40 yuan.
No, it was free.
Free.
Yeah, so we bought one duck, which is like usual price, because to be honest, it is even cheaper actually, because Peking duck, I know it's a hard process of making each duck. I'm not going to go into the details of it, even I want to, but anyway, it's super hard to make. And they actually gave us a voucher, so like free duck, and I looked at it, I was like, wait, what? Free duck? And they were like, yeah.
And we eat two times Peking duck in a week. It's so delicious.
I think the second time we went, we only have to order the skin, the wrap thing, and then that's it. Yeah, but the duck was free. So yeah, Peking duck was highlight, and there were just like other super good deals there. I think when we arrived, we eat a hot pot as well. Hot pot in China, it just hits differently.
Okay, so yeah, so we feel in love in China, and Justin finally too.
Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna talk for 1 hour about food.
And Justin can talk about food for forever because he's so passionate of food too.
Yeah, I'm foodie. Yeah.
And after that, we decide go to Russia.
Yeah.
And how was your experience?
Okay.
When we arrived, we actually filmed YouTube, but after that, we again like.
Yeah, like we thought, reselling in China would help, but no, it didn't help. So we only shot some vertical footage. We shot a lot of vertical footage. That's why we can share it.
Tell me, how do you feel when you first time arrived to Russia?
I think we should start with before even traveling to Russia. What's my perspective about Russia?
Okay.
Because my thinking about Russia, I think similar to most of you guys, probably the few things that come to mind would be like Putin, bears. Very cold. Vodka, yeah, exactly. So I think those are the things.
So stereotypical.
Yeah, we grew up, watching a lot of American movies as well, so we know the spy stuff, We don't trust Americans. Something like that, right? So yeah, that's my perspective of it. And to be honest, going into Russia, obviously, I as an Australian, I'm a bit worried that I'll get detained.
Yes, last year he don't want to go with me to Russia because he's like, oh no, there's a war. Yeah, there's a war, but I mean, it's not everywhere.
Yep, it's only affecting, I guess,
some parts.
Yeah, close to the
Which is
Ukraine
so far away
region.
because Russia is so big. My city is kind of in the middle.
Yep. So yeah, before going there, that's my thinking. But actually, when I went to Russia, it was just kind of interesting. Actually, it was unlike any other countries I've been. Oh, I forgot to mention.
What?
In China, it was my first time seeing snow.
Yeah, and I expected Justin can see snow in Russia, but he's like in China, in Beijing, like suddenly snow. Like, wow!
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like a little kid because I feel like that's my missing childhood, right? It's something I never experienced in Australia. December, Christmas, it's gonna be like freaking hot. And in Hong Kong, again, never have snow. So when I see snow, I was like, whoa. And I actually like go to the cars and I just like, do this, wiping off the snow of the cars.
Spoiler, in Russia, we will swim in the snow.
Yeah, we'll show you guys later as well. Yeah, and then when I arrived in Russia, of course I still have that excitement seeing snow and all that. It's actually heavier than in China.
What do you think about people when you arrived to Russia?
They weren't as serious as I thought it would be. No, not as serious as I thought it would be. Because, okay, to be fair, another thinking, before I met Alina, I always thought that, Russian people, they never smile. They're always so angry. Like when I first met Alina, she was... and I converted her.
Yes, because for us it's normal. Because it's, I don't know, it's cold, depression, and
which is something that I actually experienced when I was there.
That's why for me, sometimes it's so hard to be like happy on video, which is like in the past year, maybe sometimes I try to be happy like Justin, but it's not my style, and sometimes I just tired. So this year I just be myself. Because, yeah.
I grew up being happy. I don't know if I told you guys, but when I was a baby, I just like, like this. And my mother, probably my grandpa was like, is he okay? Like this, when I was a baby. So anyway, so Russia, when I first arrived, at that time it was November. And obviously, like, because there are lots of sanctions in Russia because of war. And I saw a lot of chain stores, for example, like McDonald's. They don't call it McDonald's there. It's called Vkusna i Tochka. right?
Вкусно и точка.
And the logo itself actually looks like most burger if you compare them. And the menu of Russian McDonald's, I think the difference is that they've got strawberry McFlurry, and that's something that's very interesting. But I think other than that, the menu is more or less the same, I would say. And also, apart from McDonald's, there's also Starbucks. They don't call it Starbucks, they call it Star Coffee, was it?
Star Coffee.
Yeah, Star Coffee. So yeah, that was another very funny thing. And because we arrived in around December time, that's also Russians, they don't celebrate Christmas. They have Christmas decorations, but it's not for Christmas. It's for New Year. Because I think from what I know, Russia, it's Orthodox Christian. So that's why their Christmas is actually after New Year.
Yeah, 7 January.
Yeah. So that's why their celebration is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But anyway, their Christmas is so interesting. Their Christmas, they have got Santa Claus, typical, but they also have
Christmas?
Sorry,
New
New Year. Yes. Yeah, then can I just say Christmas? Just say Christmas.
Why not New Year?
Just say Christmas. For me, easier.
cute.
The Christmas, the Santa Claus, they also have a granddaughter who give up present, and Santa Claus can be wearing different colors of clothes, which is like, what? I thought it's always
Blue,
red.
red.
Yeah, so
Green.
yeah. And that was something that was a cultural shock.
Yeah, we spent some time in Moscow and I just showed Justin some
Yep.
famous
Red Square,
attractions.
and most of the attractions. We went to Red Square, and there was like a carnival going on, which was very exciting because you can see that you can hear the Russian music like I don't know. Yeah, so that was Red Square, and then we also went to this place where I tried a boiled red wine kind of thing.
Yeah,
What is it called again?
it's called Glintwein.
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 Yep. So it's like in Halloween, right? There is a witch. He's like stewing the pot, and
So
yep,
delicious.
basically it's like a boiled red wine. It's more sour. It tastes very sour taste, but it was quite interesting to drink hot red wine.
And after that, we take a train.
No, not yet. I still talk about Moscow.
Oh, really? Still have?
Yeah, so we went to this market. There's this like market, and we
oh
try
my
to
goodness.
just walk around, right?
I forget about this.
Usually in a street market in Asia, you will see souvenirs like small magnets and all that. Or in Russia, street markets, it's on a whole lot level. Start off with thick fur jackets because Russia it's very cold. Russia often is minus 20 degrees, minus 30 degrees, and in Russia they use like mostly real animal skin for clothing because Russia it can get really cold and animal skin would keep them warm, I guess.
So they
warmer.
sell a lot of animal skin on streets in the market.
And it was kind of brutal to be honest to see like just the complete wolf skin like hanging there. For me, it
Yeah.
was kind of like a shock.
For me
I'd
too,
say.
first time seeing that.
Yeah, like obviously, for me it was like, oh no,
So next, we take a train to my city
Yep. So
for 14. Wait, how long were there? Yeah, around 14 hours in the train.
Yeah.
First, just in train.
yeah, it was quite interesting because it's like those old classic Soviet train, and I think it was running on actually like engine, right?
Yeah,
Like fuel, not steam.
no steam.
Yeah, but anyway, it was like one of those very old trains. It's like bunk beds on two sides, so 4 beds. And then Alina and I got a top and bottom bunk, I think. Yep. So it was quite interesting. And
Everyone on the train speak only Russian. And we try to speak with Justin Russian. He's like, huh?
yeah, I'm not
What's
the only
going on?
foreigners there. So when we arrived in Alina's city, it was a lot colder. I think it was around negative 15 or 20 already.
And
Negative 20.
snow everywhere.
It was-
Justin like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is the winter I want.
Yeah, it's like I went to Disneyland, like Frozen or something. It was so
Disneyland.
cool. And so from there we took a taxi to your house, and then I met Alina's parents for the first time. Obviously, before I got off the taxi, it was kind of like nerve-wracking because first time seeing.
My parents, they
Parents.
don't speak English at all. My
Yeah.
father speak little bit English, like say hello. And
He
can-
knows. Chicken. He's a chicken.
He tried to speak Chinese because sometimes he watched Chinese TikTok, so he's like ni hao.
Yeah.
And just like
Yeah, because I speak Cantonese, right?
yeah.
Um,
And my mother, she never speak English, so she even don't know like hello and nothing. So she just talked to him.
Sign language.
Justin, давай кушать, пойдем.
Luckily, Alina,
Go
you know, when we start dating, Alina already taught me a few basic words.
Russian
like
words.
Kushai
So
means
he's like,
eat.
oh, I know. Talk about New Year. How I celebrate.
So Russian New Year, it's probably the biggest day ever in the whole year, and it's very important. So usually what they do is that they will have a ceremony at night. So you won't eat until like 12 o'clock at night. For me, that was a shock. Like who does that? But Russians do.
Yeah.
So they wait until 12 and then they start eating dinner.
No, we wait until 12. After that, on TV, we watch first concert. After that, in the 12, Putin start talking, and it's count like 1, or like 12, 11, blah, blah, blah. And after that, when it's like, ding,
Yeah.
like 12 exactly, then everyone just sing a song, Russian song, and we can start eating and drink champagne. And usually we have also this tradition to make a wish on a pepper, fire pepper, put in champagne and drink.
Yeah, I
But
saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it on a reel, but I don't think I have to.
Yeah, this time we didn't do that.
Anyway, yeah, so that was Russian New Year. That was really interesting.
After that 12, we go out and we just like walk and see everywhere fireworks.
Yeah, so it was basically the fireworks whole night, and because of there were so many fireworks, the sky was actually lit up the whole night. It was like bright like daytime, so it was quite interesting. So after New Year, we stayed for another 15 days. We kind of just spent time in Alina City, just wandering around. But you can see the snowdrops are huge there. So I'm gonna put a video here, but you can see like the snow. It's just something so wonderful.
Yeah, and also
For the first 7 days. After that, I was like, oh, so tired of this weather.
he's like after a while, after a few weeks in Russia, we just lay down at home and he's like, oh, so depressed. I'm so depressed. I don't want to do nothing. I'm like, that's why now you understand how I grow up. Thank you.
See, because Russia, the daytime, I think it's like around 5 or 6 a.m. starts, and around like 12 or 1 p.m. in the afternoon, it's already dark. So basically, the daytime window is only 5 hours. The rest of the day, it's dark. So it's kind of a little bit depressing, I would say.
So depressing.
Also because it's so cold, you don't really want to go out. Before, I always misunderstood because I thought like, oh, cold is definitely better than hot, right?
Yeah.
But not to that level of coldness, because that level of coldness, you have to cover your face and
Everything painful if you're not covering.
I've actually got a photo here. So like my face completely like red, the cheek you can see, even though I was covering my face. But yeah, I was just not used to that weather, I guess, and I really wanted to leave. And immediately, the first country I thought of like maybe a Southeast Asian country. So we just, decided to go to Malaysia because last time we went, we thought it was, a city with good cost of living. I think in general, the groceries here are pretty cheap, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for like homework, I guess, working from house, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, you just need an apartment. And to be honest, because we stayed in Malaysia the last few months, I actually, started cooking a lot. I finally had time to, develop my recipes. And I cook a lot at home. And because groceries here are relatively cheap, especially, seafood wise, like fish and shrimps, they are super cheap here. I think usually we spend less than like around $3 or $4 for like 10 to 20 shrimps sometimes. So it's actually kind of cheap, I would say. And we cook a lot. I cook creamy
Okay, again, talk about food.
shrimp. Sorry,
It's forever.
got off topic again.
Let's talk about our next future plans. What do
So-
we plan to do?
I think now that you know the past and you know what we want to do going forward, obviously we are back to YouTube. We are going to continue making YouTube video and I'm super excited.
Where are we going?
Sorry, I got off track again. So we are going to, first of all, next week, we're actually going back to Australia to, see my family. And I think we also kind of need some more time to reset, I guess, slowly building that rhythm of making videos. So we'll be making some videos in Australia. And also it's nice seeing nature again. Just spend time with my family because I miss them.
Yeah. And also we will celebrate my birthday there and Justin's
Oh
birthday.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so birthday.
Forgot about his birthday every time.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, but
For him it's not important. For me my birthday is so important.
I know. That's why I will give you a good present.
Yeah.
Good birthday celebration.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes. Alina, it's always my princess, so I always treat her the best. And okay, so after Australia, we're gonna stay there for around 2 to 3 weeks. So after Australia, we're gonna go to a new country for Alina,
Which is Vietnam.
Vietnam. So I've been there once, but I was very young at the time. I didn't really understand much. So I would say it's a brand new country for me too. I don't know much about it, but we're kind of doing the planning now. If you guys have any recommendations about Vietnam, actually, comment below because, it will help me plan a little bit more as well. So Vietnam, I actually wrote a list here. And because we didn't film in China last time, and I actually was, low-key impressed. Okay, a bit high-key impressed. China, maybe. And then we're going to go to Russia.
Again, because I want to apply to visa to go to Japan, so I can
Yep.
apply only from Russia.
Yep. So stay tuned because, we are going to vlog Vietnam, China, and Russia. I think these are some of the countries that I personally find very interesting to know
Yeah.
more about. So, and then after that, we're going to head to, so the rest of the months, I haven't really planned out yet. I'm so excited now. Talk about travels. I can go on with like an hour, but we should do a live stream one day.
Yeah.
And okay, anyway, get back to
And
it.
guys, if you watch until this part, then you're really so loyal subscriber and heart.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Vietnam, China, Russia, and there are two countries that I'm kind of interested in traveling to. It's Nepal. I really want to go there because from what I heard, Nepal has one of the best, landscape or mountain sceneries. And I also want to go to Sri Lanka. It's one of those countries that, a lot of people have talked about. And let me see. I've seen a lot of videos from Morocco. That's why I really want to go there. It will be my first ever country in Africa. So a new continent unlock, even though it's North Africa.
To be honest, I didn't know about these plans. My first time here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know only Australia and Vietnam. That's it.
Okay.
And Russia.
Okay, I also want to go to, obviously, when we're down in Sri Lanka, one country that is specifically close by has some of the best blue waters.
Maldives.
Yes.
Yay.
So, to be honest, is it Maldives or Maldives? I have heard many different variations before.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, you got a point. Maldives. And if we're down Africa, sorry, I keep jumping forward. Morocco, if we're in Africa, right, I kind of want to do like, the safari route.
I think enough can.
Okay,
Finish.
sorry. And I want to go to Japan. And I also want to go back to Australia in December to celebrate Christmas with my family.
Thank you for watching. And we love you guys. Especially people who watch until this part.
Yeah, you guys.
And write in the comments, start, and then we will know you watch until this part.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. And I'm really glad we come back to YouTube. And I hope we could share more of our adventures and also behind the scenes to you guys. And yeah, we cannot wait to show you more of our travels.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys in Australia. Bye-bye.
Mwah.